Hi guys, now we will talk about pairs and contracts. A pair is what we use in Forex, and a contract what we use in futures. A pair pretty much comparing one asset to another one. Example, euro and USD. It's showing like how much 1 euro is worth in US dollar, right? And a contract is used in futures. It represents an agreement to buy or sell an asset like gold or oil and a set price in the future. Both of them based on supply, demand, and global events, and both give the trader a chance to profit for the price changes, right? We profit for the movement of that price, and we take advantage of that, right? What can you trade? In Forex, you can trade, comparing one access to another one. You can also trade cryptocurrency in here. Anything pretty much in Forex you can trade as well. You're just comparing one access to the other one. And futures, you can trade gold, oil, wheat, and Nasdaq. You can trade pretty much the same as you can trade on Forex. Not everything, but the majority of things but set in a price on a future. You just gotta make sure you choose the correct contract, and you don't be trading in contracts about expire, where where the spread of the chart ain't gonna be updated consistent because the contract is about to expire. So like I said, you can trade crypto in Forex and also indices contract like S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, etc. Each one react different to global events and move during certain market session. You know, I trade futures and I trade futures only with preference, and we gotta close our trade around 5 p.m. every single trade and every single day. So we gotta choose the correct contract, and correct pair that move us to be able to close that trade before 4 p.m. And how do you choose the correct pair? Like as I was talking on the last slide. So it all depends, what is your schedule. You have to choose the most active pair or contract during your availability to be able to trade. So you got to hear the trading section. Kind of put it for you guys here. So we trade around 9 p.m. We got a little bit of volume coming in, but the most volume comes on London. That's when you know around 2 a.m. That's when you got New York and London. They overlap, so that's the most volatility moments and the most like active moment for you. And another big thing is for beginner traders, you got to choose a pair that is not like crazy. It does not move really volatile for you. The goal for you is to understand, to start getting emotions, but not feeling that. For example, the pair of gold is a really volatile pair. I think is like the top three, top two pairs to trade, one of the hardest pairs to master. So I suggest people like to not start with that, as always. But everybody with me in my academy, just go ahead and start with gold. We start with the minis, which is not, the normal contract is like a smallest contract inside the big one, which it doesn't move as volatile as the normal GC. So as I was saying, as you as a beginner trader, you gotta make sure you choose the right pair for your type of trading. And I don't suggest anyone to start trading crypto. There's a really volatile market, and you can wipe out your accounts really easy, really fast. So euro is a pair for forex traders that are a little bit smoother. It's a little cheaper too. So that's a big advice for me. Like start slow. Start at least if you're gonna start with gold. So everybody start with me. Start with the minis. Start with the full contract and grow from there.